NPR article today, how a team of feds hacked the hackers and got Colonial Pipeline's ransom back. Let's just take a little interesting chart of crude there, a little crude oil price. We notice an event happened here. It was going down, an event happened. We call that the Suez Canal. Then we were trading here, and then something else happened here. Pipeline? I don't know. And as you go through this article, the Department of Justice Monday recovered $2.3 million in ransom Bitcoin. No, they didn't. No. That's not what's occurring. What's occurring is that Wall Street and the military-industrial complex requires a high price of crude. The price of crude must stay above $60 a barrel. It's where it's economic in North America to produce it. It must stay above $60 a barrel. This inflation narrative must continue to occur. And whenever you see a dip in the price of oil, you'll see some sort of crazy little event that just comes out of nowhere. Uh-oh, if you look at this, the trading volume here, this was about to dump. Nope, pipeline issue. It's going higher. It's on its way up. It's disgusting and it's sick and it's sad, but this is where we're at. There are certain actors that are in our society that are not necessarily Team America or pro the little dude like you and I. It's important and it's imperative that at this point in time, we're taking care of our own selves. Like, we have to be responsible for us. Like, you can't rely on some big, strong guy that's going to go into Washington and clean this up. This is the military-industrial complex. This is a dirty, dirty organization. It's not going to get any better until it fails. And we are in a cycle of long-term debt cycle coming to a bottoming pretty soon. We're in a 250-year revolutionary cycle. We're in a 45-year technology cycle. We're in a 7 to 10, but it went like on to 11-year business cycle. That needs to bottom out. We've all these cycles stacking on top of each other, and we also are in a fourth turning because that's what happens in fourth turnings. So when you have a fourth turning occurring, you basically have your previous crisis generation. That's our GIs. Those are our World War II men and women. They die off, and then you have 4 generations later, those are the millennials, and they've never seen a crisis. No one alive seen a crisis. The baby boomers really didn't see any crisis. Gen X hasn't seen any crisis. Gen Z certainly hasn't. They're underneath the millennials. And so what happens is a new crisis will occur. And so as a nation, we are on our way to some sort of new crisis. It could be an internal conflict. It could be an external conflict. It could be all sorts of things. Last time it was a depression and World War II. Before that, it was a civil war. Before that, it was the Revolutionary War. And just keeps going back. And you go all the way back to Martin Luther and the separation of church and state. These things occur, particularly when you have the demographics like we have here in America. My point to you is, if you look at the data and you go, okay, the price of crude must not fall below $60 a barrel. If it falls below $60 a barrel, an event will occur. The sick part of it is that they're not even good at lying about it. Like, they're not even good at lying about it. Like they're using Bitcoin for ransom. No hacker is using Bitcoin in 2021 as ransom money. Nobody's using Bitcoin as ransom money. It's fully trackable. It's fully traceable. It's nowhere close to digital gold. It's not private whatsoever. And if you actually look at like anyone who's on the dark web, like demanding ransomware, they're using Monero or some sort of privacy shielded coin so that they can move it without a trace. Nobody's using Bitcoin to do this. Of course, the U.S. government and the 3-letter agencies, which are basically at this point in time crosswords, recovered it, and they look like heroes. And if you look at all the comments on Twitter, nobody believes it. Nobody believes it, because these are false flags. And my message to you guys is it's time to start taking things into your own hands. You've got to start preparing for what is coming. This is an inevitable decline until it stops declining. And I don't think any strong man like a Trump is going to go in there and fix these problems and drain the swamp. No, he's going to fund the swamp. You know, you guys need another couple trillion, here you go. Need a couple trillion, here you go. Yeah, give 1,200 to the people. Yeah, trillions. These are false flags as they print trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars, giving out billions and billions to all these different corporations who are not profitable and are just sitting there at the teat of the Federal Reserve just getting cash, while the common person is watching the economy literally disintegrate underneath their feet. And it's a good time to be independent. I wish this message was more positive. I just really want to bring your attention to the price of crude and the correlation to events that occur. And also, no hackers, zero hackers. Hackers, like real hackers, are using Bitcoin in 2021 to hack or for ransom payments. Like, no. They're using Monero, most likely. They might be using another privacy shielded coin, but probably Monero. Like, that's pretty much, like, if you get on there and you look at any other stories, they're demanding Monero. That it's pretty much the currency of the dark web. Nobody's demanding, Bitcoin. So the sad thing is that it's pretty pathetic, but the American public is losing their trust in these organizations. Do you guys remember? Maybe you don't remember, but there was an issue in the September of 2019. I believe it was September 17th, 2019. And I went on Instagram and I was like, hey guys, the repo market, the repurchase market, it's a big market. A lot of big companies play in it. It's like where you get overnight loans from. You need cash for 30 days, you need cash for 60 days. You can go in there and get some money. It dried up. Federal Reserve had to come in there and print $1 trillion to reliquify it. And you're like, oh wow, these big companies are shy $1 trillion. Ooh, that's a lot of money. And what occurs like just a couple months later, as these large companies are literally failing and they need bailouts and the American public would have never accepted it. We have a health crisis. We have a health crisis. Everybody put on your masks. Everybody. Come on, buddy. Everybody take this. Oh, wait a second. It was created by probably our own officials in a lab somewhere else. Oh, and then it was released. Oh, yeah, we're done with that news story. We're done with that. Just everybody get the, once we have 70%, everybody, Once we got that all, everybody, it's all about that. It's all about this. And it's not about the actual crisis whatsoever. I don't even know a single person who actually perished from the flu this past year. I don't know anyone who actually got the flu this year. I know some people that got the news story flu, and I don't want to say it on this platform because we know that we're not on decentralized, but it's centralized stuff. The narrative is controlled, and I think it's hilarious because in a desperate attempt to continue the American public and leading them, those little sheep down in the slaughterhouse, what's our next thing? Aliens are coming in June. We have aliens. Uh-oh. We're going to, President Obama on there, we're going to need potentially more missiles to deal with these possible aliens. I'm interested in knowing, like, really? Like, we're going to go to war with the aliens? Like, seriously? Like, no. They're not bothering us. Let them be. Who knows what the real story is there, but it's just a desperate attempt at running a psyop after psyop, which is a psychological operation on our own people, and it's sick and it's disgusting, and we are no better than the Communist Chinese Party whatsoever. It's disgusting. But this is a wonderful time to take your own future in your own hands and put yourself in a position to win. Like, you're going to need to be more self-reliant. Pay off stupid debts. You don't know what's coming down the road. Stock up a little bit of extra food. Have some extra fuel at your house because, gas lines might be coming back. Just do these little things. Start gardening. It's fun. It's get outside, get some sunlight, plant some plants, hang out with your family, share things with neighbors, start building community, stack a little silver, stack a little gold, stack some other cryptos. Silver, gold, cryptos, start stacking that stuff because as they print trillions and trillions and trillions, and heaven forbid the price of crude ever comes down, you'll see more false flag events. And it's sad and it's pathetic and it's just time to get your crap together. So I appreciate you guys being here. I love putting this content out for you. I've got the best viewers on YouTube. I just adore you guys being here. So that's awesome. And let's hashtag false flag. Hashtag false flag on this situation because I'm not buying it, man. I'm not buying it. It smells like bullshit. Peace, guys.